Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. I hope I am audible and my screen is presenting and visible to everyone. Can you hear me? If you all can hear me, can you quickly drop a thumbs up or maybe hi in the chat section? Hello, hi. Okay, yes, I see some of the people have started commenting. Great. So, welcome to the second masterclass for professionals under Gemini Academy. I am Shweta, and I'll quickly start with a brief introduction of what this entire program is about and what today's masterclass is about, and then I'll quickly hand over to our today's speaker. So, let's start. Great. So I hope all of you now must know about what this entire program is. So Gemini Exchange program focuses on upskilling the Indian developers on AI. The program has various phases. The very first phase is Gemini Academy. Other than that, we also have Gemini Exchange boot camps going on, which is only an opportunity for professional developers to attend in-person boot camps happening in various cities of India, where we held several technical sessions, hands-on workshops. You get a chance to connect with various, Google experts, GDGs, GDs. So this phase is also currently ongoing. And post July, we will launch Gemini Exchange Hackathon, where if whatever you have learned in the initial phases, like in Gemini Academy, whatever skills and learnings you have got, you can apply those to build AI products using Google AI tools and technologies to win and compete for prizes. But the entire aim of this program is to contribute to India's technological advancement by upskilling the developers in AI and simultaneously supporting the PM's vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Now, as per the timeline, we are currently in the first phase, which is Gemini Academy. So, the academy phase is completely virtual or online. Here, we have different master classes, which are suited for both students and professionals. Both are separate master classes. And the one that is happening today is the second one, which is made entirely for the professional developers of India. Now, apart from this, your next step would be to complete the skill boost courses. You can start with the course that we are going to cover today in today's masterclass. Then, if you are invited to the in-person boot camps, you can attend those as well. And once you have completed all of the courses, you can then post on social media, maybe do a LinkedIn post or a Medium blog, share your journey about what you have learned, what skills you have gained, and everything. Now, for Gemini Academy, like I mentioned, this phase is completely virtual. Here, there are five AI courses which are offered as a part of this program on Google Cloud Skill Boost platform. Now, two of the courses are entirely free, where you do not require any credits to access, and for the rest of the courses, you require some credits. But do not worry, like we have got you covered in terms of those credits. But once you have completed the initial two courses, which includes prompt design in Vertex AI, and second one, which we are going to cover today, build real world applications using Gemini and Imagen. Once you have completed these two courses, and once you submit the skill badges that you have earned from completing these two courses, then you will get your 100 credits, using which you can complete the rest of the courses and gain more skill badges and certificates as well. Through this master classes, you can also maybe add whatever questions or queries that you have in the comment section. But make sure that during the master class, if you have any questions regarding those completing the labs or the courses that are covered in the master class, please restrict your queries to those only. Any queries which are related to credits, points, or any other thing about the general program, for that you can reach out to us over support or over Discord as well. But in today's masterclass, please make sure that all of your queries are related to the technical aspect of the masterclass or the lab or the course that you are trying to complete or what we are trying to cover here. Now, as and when you complete each of the course, like I mentioned, you gain one skill badge that maybe you can add to your portfolio, to your resume, and add a little value addition regarding what you have upskilled yourself in AI. And once you have completed all of the five courses and all of the action items are done, you will also get a Google Cloud Gemini Academy certificate at the end of the program. So happy learning to all of you. Now, these are the opportunities which most of them I have already mentioned, but just to mention again, on completing each of the course, you get Google Cloud skill badges. On completing all of the courses, you get completion certificates. Apart from that, as and when you complete each of the action item, there are certain points associated to it. So as and when you complete like each action item, you will get certain points and they will get accumulated, and you will get the top positions in leaderboard. And once you get the top positions in leaderboard, you will include like invitations to Google in-person events, Google merchandise, and more. And apart from that, you will also have the chance to learn from the best in the industry, whether it is I'm sorry, whether it is by attending in-person boot camps which are happening in various cities of India, or maybe by attending these virtual master classes. Now, how points are distributed? As and when you complete each course and you submit the skill badge to us. So if you do not submit the skill badge to us, if you do not submit the skill badge to us, you might not get the access. One second. Hi. Sorry for the interruption. Yes, so we were talking about the how points are distributed. So as and when you complete each of the action item, for example, you have completed one course and you have gained one skill badge. So once you submit the skill badge to us on the dashboard, you will gain 100 points. Similarly, now once you have attended one of the master classes live, you will get 20 points. Once you post a blog on Medium, you will get 30 points. Once you post your skill badge on LinkedIn, you'll get 10 points. Now, some of the posts that we are seeing around Medium and LinkedIn, they do not talk about anything. Like there is just one badge that is there, but it does not talk about maybe what you have learned, or as a part of this program maybe you have earned this badge or something. So make sure that your LinkedIn posts or your Medium blogs are not maybe too comprehensive, but they talk about something. But they should speak your story, or at least share your experience, like what you have learned, how were you able to complete this course, maybe how much time it took. Maybe you can inspire or motivate more people to join this program and to complete these courses. They should say something, and not just a single batch posting might not work and you might not get the points. Now I already see that many of you are dropping queries around when the leaderboard gets updated. So leaderboard gets updated weekly. So let's say even if I have attended a masterclass, let's say on Monday, my scores, updated scores will be visible to me by Friday or Saturday, because the leaderboard gets updated only once a week. And the announcements for the top positions of the leaderboard will be done every month. You will be able to see the leaderboard once this masterclass end. If you log into your dashboard again, the leaderboard will be visible to you. I'll just quickly present the dashboard part of it. Yes, so whenever we register, this is the dashboard where we land on. This is the roadmap section under which you can see all of the steps which I talked about are mentioned here. Like first thing is submit your skill boost profile. Then after submitting, complete these two courses. Then once you have completed these courses, submit their skill badge to us. Then you will get your 100 credits, and then you can continue learning for the rest of the courses as well. If you need any guide or maybe a video or something to explain how these different platform works, how to create a profile, how to submit a badge, those are also linked here, so you can quickly access from here only. Now for skill boost and skill badge submission, you can go to this section. One second, yeah. You can go to this section which says skill boost and skill badge submission, and here in the first form it takes your skill boost public profile, which we need to verify once we want to give you the credits. And these are the different courses. So these two courses are the initial two courses that you can start. with. And once these courses are completed, you can quickly submit the badge here, and once you have done that, then in the next 8 to 10 days we will disperse your credits, using which you can complete these 3 other courses as well. Now once you have completed all the courses, if you want to maybe promote on social media or maybe share your journey or anything, then under the social media submissions tab you can add the links to your LinkedIn post or maybe a Medium blog here. You can add as many links as you want. For example, let's say there are 5 courses and I want to post 5 different posts on LinkedIn, individually talking about the each batch that I have learned and the each course that I have completed. So I can simply click on add submission and I can add as many links as I want, and then just click on submit. For any resources that you require, for example several guides on how to maybe create a profile or complete a badge, or how the badge looks like, how to claim your credits, anything, all of these links are listed here. In the interaction section, whatever master classes, online workshops that we are uh, organizing, all of these will be linked here so that you can watch them live, as well as you can also watch the recordings once the master class is complete, if let's say you are not able to join live for any reason. Now these are the courses which you have to complete. These courses are listed here, and this is the entire dashboard, and I believe that's all. Great. Now let me quickly invite our very special speaker for today, Snehal. She's from Google Cloud. She's customer engineer there, and she's going to take our second workshop on build real world AI applications with Gemini and Imagen. Hi, Snehal.
Perfect. Hi, Shweta. Please confirm if you can see and hear me and also see the slides.
Yeah, your
Perfect.
slides are visible.
All right. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I hope everyone is doing well. And thanks a lot for spending time on the entire course, exhaustive course that you have on Gemini, generative AI, and with Google, of course, that you are going through. So, in this particular session, we are going to look at building real world AI applications with Gemini and Imagen. As we go along, if there are any queries, just feel free to drop it on chat window. I'll be taking them towards the end of the session. Uh, just okay. Sorry. Also, a quick introduction about myself. I'm the customer engineer at Google. I've been working with Google for 4.5 years now, working specifically with large enterprises and conglomerates in Google Cloud. Have seen various use cases across manufacturing, retail industries, and various other customers who are trying to solve their business problems using AI, Google Cloud Stack, and prior to this, I was at AWS. So that's a brief about me. Now let's dive deep into what the Google's AI stack looks like. And I'm sure a few of you already know this, and if you've gone through the session or the recordings that you already have, there's a lot covered there. But for few of them who are not aware of how the Google stack looks like, this is a brief about it. At the bottommost layer here, you see the AI hypercomputer layer. This is essentially the AI accelerators which are available for you. And this doesn't only include GPUs, but it also has the Google custom built and performance optimized hardware like TPUs, tensor processing units, which are available for customers for building and hosting complex models or AI use cases that they want to solve for. uh, the next layer, and throughout the stack you will see that you will be able to leverage AI, made be traditional AI or generative AI, through various of these aspects, growing to the bottommost layer, which is the AI accelerators which are available. Typically data scientists and the data science teams would be using that. But at the next layer, you have the models which are available. These models, like you see, Gemini, Imagen, VO are mentioned here. These are there are first-party Google models which are available, and there are again third-party models which are available, which are famous in the market. We want to ensure that you are able to get and able to use the best of the models which are available out there, and we don't want to restrict you only to the Google first party models. That's the whole idea about the models stack here. And of course, any AI use case is not going to be complete without the data. And hence, there are multiple solutions which are available out of the box, which will help you in building the applications. For example, um, let's say you have a huge stack of images and products that you would want to list on your website, and you want to ensure that AI is able to stack rank them. If someone is uploading an image of a particular product, they're able to search for the best related product or which is available in your catalog, right? This is a typical retail use case that you might look at. That's where vector search or vector embeddings for either text or image is required, and that's where you can use this entire stack which you see out here. Then the next layer is Vertex AI layer. This is our end-to-end AI platform which is available for you for building different applications, experimenting with different models, and building your apps at scale, right? Our suggestion is, if you are, and here today everyone is a working professional, since you've joined this particular course, you would want to keep all your applications and your use cases guided in a certain boundary of a cloud environment, and that is where Vertex AI becomes your go-to solution, which you'd be using for building your applications and productionizing them. The topmost layer out here that you see is around the uh, applications that you can directly consume out of the box. There are certain SaaS applications as well that we have launched, which is Google Agent Space, which brings in the goodness of Google search, agent gallery. It could be agents that you would have built somewhere else using, let's say, land graph, and that you would want to call within agent space and get responses to that. That's also possible. So there are various applications which are available which will help you in the entire journey of AI that you would want to take. Moving ahead, um, few of, and I would like to believe that most of you are aware of what Gemini is. But looking at the fundamentals of it, Gemini is a family of truly multimodal LLM that is developed by Google DeepMind, and which is based on transformer architecture that we released in 2017. Why I call it truly multimodal is, as you can see in this particular image, the input can be in the form of text, code, image, audio, or video. The LLM, which is Gemini, is going to process, interpret that, and then you get the response in these different formats which are available. So that is, and of course we were the first ones to get a true multimodal out in the market. And yeah, I mean, the responses that we've got from our customers are again pretty great. And we'll see more on what Gemini has to offer, right? uh, let's now look at what Gemini can do in action. I'll be playing this short video. Bear with me until.
All right, we've got a Pixel phone loaded with the latest test build of Project Astra, and we're going to leave the office to test it around London. I've got this email with apartment info. Can you tell me the door code and remember it?
I'll remember the door code for you. It is 1170. To unlock it, enter the code and then press the unlock button.
Based on these symbols, how should I wash this?
The tag shows to machine wash at 30 degrees Celsius. Avoid bleach and tumble drying. Iron on low and dry cleanable.
Then what settings should I use on this machine?
Based on the laundry instructions of 30 degrees Celsius, select the 30 setting under Easy Care on the dial.
I've got this list of recommendations. Can you tell me a bit about some of them?
I can search for these places for you. Cold Drops Yard is a shopping destination with unique industrial design. Luminary Bakery is a social enterprise bakery, and Tate Modern is a modern and contemporary art museum.
Now we're going to try Project Astra out on the street. Let's see what it can do. I've always said scone, but now I'm hearing people say scone. Can you help me with the pronunciation?
It's a fascinating topic. The pronunciation of scone, both scone rhyming with gone and scone rhyming with bone, are accepted pronunciations, though regional variations exist.
What can you tell me about this sculpture?
The sculpture you're seeing is called My World and Your World by Eva Rothschild, located in Lewis Cubitt Park in London.
What kind of themes does her work explore?
She creates abstract sculptures that invite viewers to interact with and interpret their surroundings in new ways.
Would these do well if I planted them back home?
Mountain fleece can grow well in New York. They prefer full sun to partial shade and moist, well-drained soil. So your garden in New York should be a good fit for these flowers.
I'm trying to get a gift for my friend, and this is everything she's been reading. How would you describe her taste in books?
Based on these titles, your friend seems to enjoy a mix of history, biography, and perhaps a touch of political or social commentary.
I picked some of these out. Any idea which one she'd like the most?
Consider Half of a Yellow Sun for its exploration of complex social and political issues within a historical setting, aligning with her interest in narratives that offer insight into significant periods.
Will that bus take me anywhere near Chinatown?
Yes, it does. The 24 bus route goes through Leicester Square, which is very close to Chinatown.
Are there any landmarks on the way?
Riding the number 24 bus, notable landmarks you will likely encounter are Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, and Trafalgar Square.
I also met up with some friends to test out the multilingual capabilities.
Est-ce que tu peux me dire quelque chose d'intéressant à propos de ces lanternes?
Bien sûr, je peux vous parler des lanternes. Les lanternes que vous voyez font partie de la porte d'entrée de Chinatown à Londres. Elles ont une signification culturelle pour les Chinois et sont souvent utilisées pendant les célébrations et les festivals.
இதை பத்தி வேற ஏதாச்சும் சொல்ல முடியுங்களா?
நிச்சயமாக, இது லண்டனில் உள்ள சைனா டவுன் நுழைவாயில். இது ஒரு குறிப்பிடத்தக்க அடையாளமாகும். இது அந்த பகுதியின் கலாச்சார முக்கியத்துவத்தை குறிக்கிறது.
Now I'm using these prototype glasses to test Project Astra hands-free. Can you check if it's going to rain anytime soon?
It looks like it is currently mostly sunny in London. Rain is expected tonight from around 10 p.m. until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Hey, what's that park next to me?
The park looks to be Primrose Hill, known for its panoramic city views and the notable Shakespeare's tree.
Can you check if I can bike in there?
It appears that cycling is actually banned within Primrose Hill itself, although it is permitted in nearby areas and the rest of Regent's Park.
I'm biking back to Camden. Can you check if there's any supermarkets along the way?
There's a Sainsbury's on Camden Road, a Morrison's on Chalk Farm Road, and an M&S Simply Food on Camden High Street.
What was the door code again?
The door code you saved previously is 1170.
Oh, thanks. That works.
So yes, great. I think I hope you all enjoyed the video. This truly shows the capabilities what Gemini can do, and obviously tested in wide scale and even in production use cases by multiple customers across the globe, right? But coming and we heard in the video that they used Gemini 2.0. But today, as we speak, we have Gemini 2.5 out, which is our latest model, which comes in two variations, Pro and Flash. When we are looking at these different models that you see on the screen, each of them are built for different capabilities and different use cases. If you've got a use case which is pretty complex and you are looking only for best of the coding experience and let's say very complex model building, that's where 2.5 Pro is going to be very useful for you. Then we have lighter models, the models which are very much performant in the cost and the performance ratio. That's where you should be using the flash models. So 2.0 flash as well as 2.0 2.0 flash thinking are best for fast performance or any general daily task that you would want to get done from an LLM. The difference between the flash and flash thinking is that in flash thinking, you get to choose how much deeper you want the model to think, because every thinking or the process that goes behind it will cost you money. And that is the control that we've given to you, where you choose how much thinking you want the model to go deeper in, right? And then we have 2.0 flashlight, which is the most cost efficient model, but can be used to deploy use cases which are latency sensitive and cost sensitive as well, right? uh, in the entire journey, right? This is what Gemini can offer to you. The input window or the context window, as you might have already be aware of, Gemini has 1 to 2 million token window. And why the range 1 to 2? If it's flash models, it will be 1 million token context window, and each token, remember, is of 4 characters, right? So when we are talking about pro models, it is going to be 2 million token context window, which means you can pass on a video of 2 hours or an audio of 22 hours or a more than 60K lines of code or multiple words, right? So that's what, and you can see it is much, much, much higher than what anyone other in the market offers. Moving forward, let's look at what's new in Gemini 2.5. As we discussed, it is the latest models with improved capabilities and speed at the same time. And you have this configurable thinking budget that is available. Uh, the very unique and important part is, if you are not sure if you should be using Flash or Pro models, but there is a use case which requires a lot of complexity, and you want a system to automatically choose which model to go ahead with, that's where you can use Model Optimizer. Moving forward, and this is one of the most unique feature that we offer, the Google Stack offers, which is grounding on Google search. What this essentially means is, in your applications, you can have an option to take you to make use of Google search as a search engine and pass on few queries to that. For example, in this GIF that you are seeing, let's say someone wants to just Google biryani, it will come up with options, what are the types of biryani, etc., etc., that you would typically get on Google search engine. The same thing you will be able to add on to your application by using grounding on Google search. Also, it gives you the source links so that you're able to verify from where the information has been fetched, right? uh, Now that we have seen briefly what Gemini is, what it does, what are the options available, let's look at how you can access Gemini, right? And that is the part where aistudio.google.com is one of the option to access Gemini. And how it looks like, let me just share that particular screen. And I hope it is visible to all of you. Uh, Okay. Can Shweta, you confirm if the AI Studio screen is visible and not the PPT?
I can see get started with Gemini Google AI Studio. Yes, it's
Okay.
visible.
Okay. You can see what I'm typing on the prompt and things like that, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. So, folks, if you go at aistudio.google.com, this is the console that is available to you. And in this console, you can technically type anything that you would want to ask Gemini. The options that I spoke of are available here. So different family of models across Gemini 2.5, 2.0, 1.5 are available here for your consumption. There are certain advanced settings which are available, and the grounding with Google search which I spoke of is just available to you at this one click. So if you turn it on, and you, let's say, type what is the weather near me today, without giving any specifics of the date and the place, it is going to go to Google, fetch the information for you, and provide you answers, right? Or let's say, what is the news today, which the LLM, when it was created or trained on the data set, may not be context aware. That is something which you can counter with this particular simple setting that you have here. In this particular one test I've given, do you know what this plant is, and how do I take care of this particular plant? It gave me a beautiful answer on what all things I can do. And I would strongly recommend all of you, maybe now or later, to go to aistudio.google.com on your browser. Try out this particular feature, which I personally find it very cool, which is called as streaming. Here, you just give access to your camera and your microphone, and you technically can go around asking anything, just like how we saw in Project Astra, right? The previous video that we saw. It's really cool. I would encourage all of you to, go ahead and try it out. Now, moving back to slides. The other option to have access to Gemini is gemini.google.com. Now, what this essentially means is you will get an app. This is a consumer-facing app which gives you access to Gemini API, which is available in web and mobile app formats. You can just download it from your Play Store or App Store and get access to this one. Uh, a few of you may know it as Bard, which was named earlier. So that's how you can go ahead and access Gemini. Just a quick look at what it would look like. Gemini.google.com. This is the kind of interface that you would get. I have certain prompts which I've already typed. Let's say one very complex problem which I gave, and it gave me answer to that. Then there's something very cool which is called as deep research. What? Right? What it does is, where Gemini is going to help you do detailed research on certain topics that you are keen on, or your business demands, or you personally are starting up a company and you would want to do research of multiple things, right? Let's say I put a simple prompt, something like look at EV market in South SEA. This doesn't kind of explain anything. SEA stands for Southeast Asia here. Now let's look at the detailed plan that it created. It created this plan where it will go and research different websites, analyze the result, and then create report. And you also have an option to edit this plan based on the different tasks that it has listed down here. Just in few minutes, it created this beautiful report which in detail lists what all are the different uh, you know factors that can impact the EV market and how it's going, which is the leading market, etc., etc. And I have this exported to a sheet. Let me share that. In this particular sheet, or the document that you see on the screen, if I scroll towards the end, or yeah, the works cited section, you can see it has done the research across 113 links or different sources which were available. So this is the power of deep research, and all of this I got it done within, say, a couple of minutes, right? Not more than that. So these are the few use cases for which you can use Gemini, of course. But remember, this is the consumer facing aspect of it. Uh, and since you all are professionals here, and I'm sure almost all of you would have access to the Google Cloud Console, that's where this entire Vertex AI platform, which I spoke of earlier, is available for you. This particular platform brings you end-to-end AI capabilities, right from model garden, which I mentioned has different models available in it. It has 200 plus models from Google and across the industries which are available for your consumption. Then you have Vertex AI Studio, where you can just go ahead and experiment with different Google first party models for different modalities, like Imagen, which is image generation, VO, which is video generation, and so on. Then comes the stack of custom models, where let's say traditionally the way you used to do training the model, predictions, inferencing, building your own orchestration pipelines, etc. That is something also which you can do with this Vertex AI platform. Yeah, and of course, the other functionalities which are available across Collab Enterprise, which is our enterprise, product which is available, which gives you the interface of Jupyter notebooks to go ahead and run your codes, build applications, and so on. And all of this is properly guarded with the responsible AI principles that Google has put behind getting Gemini out and our AI platform out. As we spoke about this, in the Vertex AI model garden, there are 200 plus models. These are Llama models, Claude. And the very cool part is in the Vertex AI model garden, if you go on the screen, um, you just click on, creating an endpoint even in Hugging Face. You can get an option. Just in few minutes, you'll see that in action there. Let me see if I can share the screen for that. Yeah. So I hope this particular screen is visible. This is the Vertex AI stack that we spoke of. Let's look at Model Garden. Yeah. See, you have models across different modalities. And if we are looking at few of the partner models which are available, let's say you would want to deploy any of it, let's say DeepSeek, you just create the endpoint here, you hit deploy, and it will be created for you. That's how simple it is to use even the third party models which are hosted on Model Garden here. Then we spoke about the Collab Enterprise, which gives you Jupyter Notebook. This is the section where you get Media Studio. Now, in Media Studio, across modalities, you can generate different content which is available. Let's take a look at image, or let's make use of one of these just in the interest of time. It will go ahead and generate images with this simplistic prompt which is available. And just in the interest of time, I'll rush through the settings which are available. Here you can choose the model which is there, a number of results that you'd want, aspect ratios around the images, and additionally, these are the safety filters which are available. These are pretty important when it comes to having certain adherence to the compliances and regulations that you would want to put in across while creating different use cases. This is one section. And the cool part also is you have this cool cloud assistant which is available for you, where you can ask any questions related to your environment and or about Google Cloud in general, and it will give you answers. For example, here I've given something like give me recommendations how to reduce my resources cost or the cloud cost in general. Generally, if you look at any models, they will just throw random links and random, suggestions that you can do this, do that, and do XYZ and reduce your cost. But here, it is also context aware, and you see it is even calculating the impact if I impact on my environment if I'm applying any of these recommendations, right? So and this is again a feedback loop that is available. So if you feel that the responses are great, just do a upvote and downvote as per the responses. This will help us improve our models and take your feedback also in consideration. So that's the feedback loop which is available. Now except of image, then again you can go ahead and create music, videos, speech synthesis, etc., which is available in this media studio. And then there is whole gamut of agent builder, which we would be covering in any of the other sections probably, which takes care of building no code low code agents to agents which would do certain actions and so on. And this is the traditional AI ML capabilities that you would see in Vertex AI platform. Let me now go back to the screen, to the deck. Yeah. All right. This is something that we covered. And the last part, since a lot of you must be developers here, I want to also highlight about this another way to access Gemini model via code. There are Gen AI SDKs available in different languages for you. Python, Go, Java, Node.js, most of the common languages are supported. The what you see on the screen here, Gemini Developer API and Vertex AI API, the difference that I mentioned earlier, which is Vertex AI API is going to be guarded within your project and will be within your security guardrails that you create. But the Gemini Developer API is just for you to try out simple things, experiment, build prototypes. But we wouldn't recommend using that for building your apps in production, right? Uh, Clear four ways of accessing Geminis. I know there's like lots of Geminis that we saw and different forms of accessing them, but how you can segregate it is Google AI Studio, simple, easy to use. You don't need access to Google Cloud Console. You just hit this particular URL, the second one or the first one, and you get access to AI Studio. AI Studio is developer friendly as well because you can pass on multiple parameters, do advanced settings, etc. Uh, Vertex AI is the platform which you should be using for production grade application creation. And then you have the GenAI SDK, which you can use to code and create wrappers around it and so on, and integrate it within your applications. Gemini in Workspace or Cloud is the assistant that we saw in the Google Cloud Console. Likewise, if your organization is using Google Workspace, that option is also available there. Some of you might also know it via the name Duet AI, as it was called earlier, right? So, this is where we kind of cover what Gemini is, what are the different ways of accessing it, etc. Now, let's look at the models which were available, which we saw in the console. And for this particular session, we are going to focus on image generation model. Imagen 3 is our latest image generation model on Vertex. The capabilities that it offers is one, image generation, and in different aspect ratios, right, which we saw on the console there. Then you have the entire editing suite, maybe in painting, out painting, controlling a particular object within the image, adding text, background editing, and so on. All these are the capabilities that Imagen 3 does it very smoothly. Also, there are a few short customizations that you can do around it, like subject customization, the style that you would want, etc., etc. Right? And a few of the examples of prompts and the outputs I've presented on the screen, where you can provide the composition or the focus or what style that you would require, what is the angle of camera, what lens you're using, etc., that you can provide in the prompt, which will help in creation of better quality images, like the way you want. Like you can see here, in the third image, that we are seeing DSLR style shoot, right? And the day is midsummer, bright and clear. So these keywords are going to help the model to create better quality images. The enhancements done over the previous generation of models in image generation is that one is speed, and all of it you can achieve like in few seconds. You can generate the images in few seconds, and we've seen like very good improvement in the quality of images that are getting generated, and also the time, as I mentioned earlier, which is going to add to your productivity, because you're not going to sit and create one image in one go. It is going to be a batch generation based on certain prompts or parameters that you would want to pass. And that's where the efficiency at which Imagen operates is amazing for your use cases. While we speak about all of this, there are guardrails in place for you to uh, uh, ensure that all the AI applications are built uh, responsibly as well as ethically. There is a digital watermark which is available, which can identify that this particular image is created via Imagen on Vertex AI and so on. So if there is certain claim that this was a image taken from somewhere else, you there's a link available where you can go ahead, upload the image, and verify that it was generated using this particular platform. And as we saw in the screen, there are safety controls available across different responsible AI guardrails that we have. With this, we complete the Imagen part, but let's look at some of the use cases that are implemented in production. Specifically, since we are talking about Gemini and Imagen here, a lot of it has contributed to the content creation and the marketing and internal content creation as well for a lot customers out there. Few of the names that you see here on the screen are Agoda, who are using our VO and Evasion models to generate different videos that you see coming from Agoda, or it could be L'Oreal, who's using VO2, which is across 20 countries and in different languages. When it comes to India, a lot of Indian languages are supported today. You can just go to the console and try it yourself. Various languages are accurately being interpreted. You can interact in Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, Tamil, etc. um, you can just try it out. uh, Sorry. This is one short, description about that I would want to give what Puma has done using our Vertex AI platform, specifically you mentioned. And let's hear from the from the senior manager what they've implemented and how they are solving for content generation. I'll just play the small video for you folks.
Hi, I'm Andrea Durmovic, Senior Manager Global E-Commerce Photography at Puma, where sports meets creative expression. We are using Google AI to customize the product photos on our website to save time and ensure they are locally relevant to our customers. Google Cloud's Imagen is helping our global content team create dynamic product imagery, and here's how. Let's say a new trail running shoe just launched on our site. I only need to click on the Apply AI Background button. Then, based on my prompt, a variety of sample images are generated for me to choose from. Nice. These all capture every detail I included in my prompt, together with the shoe from our photo library. Let's choose this one. We also look to Imagen to help us easily customize content for regional markets. Let's say these shoes are also launching in Japan. I can localize this image by going back and editing the prompt to include a recognizable landmark, Mount Fuji, for example. Ultimately, this makes for a better digital shopping experience for our customers. Puma India, for example, has already seen a 10% increase in our click-through rate. Imagen is cost-effective, creates high quality and localized visuals at scale, so it's been the perfect choice for us. Hi, I'm Andrea.
Perfect. I think we all got to know, and we saw it in action how customers are using Vertex AI platform and various models which are available for you to use. Um, Now, we'll quickly discuss this particular lab, which is available for you to use, which is build real world AI applications with Gemini and Imagen. You should be able to see that in your particular uh, portal that Shweta mentioned earlier. The lab would look something like this, and I want to quickly address few of the questions which were coming across. Where some of the people did mention that they are doing the labs, but it's not getting completed, etc., etc. Few things here, right? Once you land on this particular page, or once you start a particular lab, in specifically this lab, there are four different sections which are available. You and there's required mention. So if you complete all these four sections, this particular lab will be considered as complete. uh, let's look at one of it. Yeah, also note that the credits that are available with you will be visible here for you. Um, I hope it's the same portal which you can also see at your end. But using those credits, you can complete the labs and also see that what are the credits that are required for completing this particular lab. So here for this lab, you don't require any credits. This is a free lab which is available for you. So no credits will be consumed from your kitty as of now, and this is a 15 minutes lab that is available. When I say 15 minutes, the environment which will be given to you will be available with you only for 15 minutes. Like, let's say you start this lab, it will create a virtual environment, and with these credentials available here, these will be available with you only for 15 minutes. Ensure that all the instructions are followed very well, because when you look at few of the things here, for example, what is the model that you should be using, right? Let me just take this off. Okay, what is the model that you should be using? There is mentioned that you should only use this model, and there should be a method called generate content, and things like that. And also the region that you should be using for the lab for calling the Gemini model. So keep all those things in mind while you're completing the lab, because if you use some other name or a wrong project or a wrong location, there are chances that this lab will not go through. And ensure that once you finished all the steps which are given in the lab, you hit this button, check my progress. What it will do is, I haven't done anything here, I'm just showing, so it won't pass here. But what it will do is, you will get all the points out of 100 whatever is available. So that will help you get these points credited to your particular account. So ensure that you do all these steps when you are going through the labs. And for a given lab, just complete all the subsections which are available for you to realize the points which you should be getting. With that, coming back to our slides, um, I think, yeah, we reached towards the end of the session, and I want to definitely keep some time for the Q&A. Here are a few takeaways that you will gather. Obviously, a lot of it that we covered in the session today, but if you are able to complete this lab properly, you should be able to understand what the capabilities of Gemini, how to use the Vertex AI ADK for building a real application for your use case. Then you could also look at the image recognition and interpretation capabilities that are available, and leverage the pre-trained models which are there, which is Imagen, for this particular lab. I think we've reached end of the session. Um, you would be getting 35 no cost monthly credits for you to go ahead and uh, uh, use different labs or different courses which are available, etc., on the portal. So ensure that you are using it properly. Shweta, back to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Snehal, for your time. It was an amazing session. I'm sure our audience enjoyed a lot. I can still see a lot of questions in the comment section. So I hope we have circulated one form in somewhere in the comment section. I'll just quickly star it so that if you feel any of your question is left unanswered in this masterclass, we will reach out to you over the email. So please fill up the form with respect to any question that you have, maybe related to a particular lab or this masterclass or anything else in particular.
So
Okay, I
a
believe.
lot of questions that I see here are around the lab not getting completed and so on. So folks, just remember these few things which I mentioned. One, the region that you're using, the name of the methods that you're using, uh, the project name, etc., etc., which you would be using to complete the lab, so that you are able to finish it. And don't forget marking it complete, which is the blue button which I said. Check the progress. Once that is green or it ticked, only then it considers that the lab was completed.
Okay. Once this entire course is completed and you earn the skill badge, make sure that you go back to the program dashboard and you submit the skill badge to us so that we can give you the points for completing this particular course, and you can move up the leaderboard to get more perks and benefits. So I believe that's all. Thank you so much everyone for joining us. We have starred few of the comments, which includes our Discord channel, the form to ask your queries, as well as the support email as well. So if anything else is there, if you have any concerns or queries, please reach out to us over support, Discord, or email, whatever you want. And thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you, Snehal, for your time.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.